Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Muno. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Welcome to my page. So after yesterday's loss by the Lakers, I was thinking about the narratives that the media constantly keeps bringing up that aren't true. And I was thinking about Kobe versus LeBron. And personally, I got Kobe second and LeBron third as greatest players of all time. One of the narratives I think that the media keeps playing into is that LeBron makes players better. I think that's so laughable and stupid. I think having LeBron on your team is an advantage, and he does help your team. But to think that you get on his team and it magically makes you better, I think that's very lazy and stupid. The reason this is because I feel like a lot of players leave LeBron and their reputation is not as good as it was before. So I think if you make players better, I feel like they should be more marketable or be able to be thought of as better as before they came and they played on your team. And we can go through a few examples. Like, look at Chris Bosh. He was an All-NBA player before he met LeBron. He was a multiple All-Star. After he joined LeBron, he would be thought of as a lesser player. You even had people like Skip Bayless on First Take at the time calling him Bosh Spice because they thought he was soft. So usually players that play with LeBron they usually just get LeBron to blame, and they become scapegoats. I mean, interesting that Chris Bosh would end up with 2 chips playing with LeBron. But the funny thing is that LeBron would still have he has no help narrative, which is interesting because if you're making players better, why do you always end up with no help? Why is that? You have no help? You playing with 2 Hall of Famers, Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, and by the end of your run with the Miami Heat, you have no help? We can even go further. Look at the Cavs. Look at Kevin Love. Before he met LeBron, he was a 2-time All-NBA player. I think he led the team, led the league in rebounds. He was also a multiple All-Star. I think people like Charles Barkley also called him one of the best power forwards in the league. And that's coming from Charles Barkley, who was a power forward as well. During LeBron's run with the Cavs, the narrative would be that LeBron had no help. Even when LeBron went against the Warriors, the narrative would be like, oh, it's LeBron versus the Warriors, and he has no help. When Kevin Love is actually a viable All-Star. I don't know why Kevin Love was not seen the same. It might be because of LeBron's passive-aggressive attacks on social media. But at the end of LeBron's tenure with the Cavs, he would not be seen as the same, and people would question LeBron's help during his run with the Cavs. We can speed it up and look at like players like Kuz. I know a lot of y'all probably don't think he's nice, but he was actually non-tradable during the trade for Anthony Davis, and he was actually seen as good, but he plays with LeBron now. He's not seen as a good player anymore. That's really crazy to me. Also, players like Schroder, who had one of his worst years with LeBron, actually seen as like not a good pickup. Now he's actually had a resurgence with the Suns, and he's actually did his thing against LeBron in the last game playing against the Suns. I think he hit like 6 threes. So also, when we look at Dennis Schroder, who was part of the number 1 seed Hawks. He also played with OKC. He was a potential 6th man of the year. He was playing really well. He was actually playing under Chris Paul. And he comes to the Lakers. Now he's terrible and he can't get his money. But LeBron makes players better, though. Look at Montrezl Harrell, who actually won the 6th man of the year last year. And now he can't even get any playing time on the Lakers. But LeBron makes players way better. Andre Drummond, who was an All-Star and an All-NBA player, and now he can't get any playing time even with a diminished team in Los Angeles. That doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm not completely blaming LeBron because of all these failures or seemingly failures, but I think that if you make players better, then you should be able to work with the talent around you. And I'm just comparing it to Kobe when they say he doesn't make anybody better. I mean, technically, Shaq did have his best season with Kobe. He actually won his MVP. Derek Fisher, obviously. Paul Gasol didn't make an All-NBA team till he got with Kobe. Now he's actually a Hall of Famer. Andrew did so well with Kobe. He was actually able to get a max contract with Philly. I mean, it didn't work out, but he got it. 0-1 is sixth man of the year with Kobe. He had his best years playing with Kobe. He would have been an all-star if it wasn't for people like Blake Griffin taking a spot. Trevor Ariza rose to stop playing with Kobe. Won a chip with the Lakers. I say all this to say is don't let the narratives fool you. These media people are just lazy and they say whatever. LeBron's a great player, so is Kobe. So don't let these people fool you.